Assalamualaikum students. How are you all? Hope you all will be fine and safe good. I'm your English teacher and today I will explain you about the letter writing, that how to write a letter. So let's come to the topic about letter writing. First, I would like to tell you the formation of letter and how do we write a letter and what's the procedure of it. First, we use the sender address 321 PIB Colony, Karachi 74000. Then we use dated 01042019. Then receiver's designation and address. The editor, the Dawn News, Karachi. Then subject of letter, subject, salutation, sir, madam, body of the letter. In the body of letter, first we write the introduction, then main content, and third one is conclusion. The next, complementary clause, it's thanking you, and we can write yours sincerely, faithfully, or truly. Then sender's name, Mr. Mohsin, and designation, if applicable, designation XYZ. You can write a name and XYZ, whatever you're going to. So it is the formation of the letter. So these headings are used and titles are used. So now come to the letter writing topic. So first, before starting a letter writing, I would like to tell you about the definition of this. What is letter writing? An official letter, right? An informal or personal letter is written to a relation or a friend. An official or formal letter is written to a person with whom you don't have a personal relationship. The communication is for some official or business purpose. It is the definition and briefing. And now, a letter is one person written message to another pertaining to some matter of common concern. And how many types of the letters? Letters are of two types, right? First is formal letter and second is informal letter. So first I'm going to tell you about the formal letter. What is the formal letter? A formal letter written for a formal purpose is called a formal letter. It addresses a serious issue. Let us discuss the type of formal letter. Now, formal letter has also different types. So, let's see what are the types of the formal letters. First one is letter to the editor, letter to the government, letter to the principal, order letter, complaint letter, inquiry letter, and business letter. These are the types of the formal letters. Okay. So, student, in formal letter, we first write the sender's address, as I explained before, the formation of letter, list, Now I'm going to pattern. First you have to write the sender's address, like include complete address with postal code. Then avoid using abbreviation. You cannot be used abbreviation in this formal address writing. Place a comma at the end of every line of the address, and you can use the modern usage as increasingly and discouragingly, and then place a full stop after the last line. So it is the pattern of the sender's address. And now we put the date. And date can be using numerals. Use the format means first date, then month, and then year. Right? You can use this date 14, example 14 -5 -2021, like this. Okay, and you can use other format also for date. For example, you can write date 14th, then month May, then 2021, or you can write month before, then after date, and then after year, like May 14, 2021, right? So after this, you have to write the recipient address. So recipient address, you need include recipient's designation, department, and name of company where applicable. Then include complete address with postal code. Then after, place a comma at the end of every line of the address. Then in the last, place a full stop after the last line. And now, salutation. You can use appropriate form of title to address the recipient. For example, you can write Dear Dr. Veda and Dear Brother, Dear Sir, whatever you're going to use, you can write the salutation first. When not using the name of the recipient, formal salutation can be used. For example, if you are not going to use the name, you can just write the formal salutation. For example, you can use Dear Sir, Dear Madam, Sir, Madam, etc. You can use these also. Then after, place a comma after the salutation. Then after salutation is turn to subject of the letter. And what we are going to write in the subject of the letter? First, you just tell the recipient what the letter is about. Means you are going to tell about the letter, what about is. Then it should be brief, precise, and preferably expressed in one sentence. Right? Then after you come to the body of the letter, and in the body of the letter, you should be clearly divided into three parts, namely introduction, message, and conclusion. These parts are called the body of the letter. And then You have to take care of the language, and the tone should be appropriate to the purpose of the letter. Then after the body of the letter, you just come to the complementary clause, and the complementary clause, first we use the formal expression or subscription may be used. Example means yours faithfully, sincerely, sincerely yours, yours truly, etc. We can use in the expressions of complementary clause. And always begin with a capital letter. When you are talking about the complementary clause, so you just always begin it with capital letter. Don't forget to use it with capital letter, and don't use a small letter. The word yours does not have an apostrophe. When you are using complementary clause yours, do not use apostrophe in yours. Okay? Then begin the second word with a small letter. First word of your complementary clause is capital, then second letter should be a small letter. And after the complementary clause, we come to the signature. So what is the signature? In signature, the full name of the sender should be written below the complementary clause, and the designation or the professional rank of the sender may be written below with the signature. Then after, we will enclosures. If you are enclosing something with your letter, you may indicate this by writing the abbreviation ENCL, that means the enclose. ENCL is used for the word enclosure, right? Below the signature, if you are enclosing more than one item, then you have to mention the list, the item. For example, first you write the enclosure, then you are putting the list of the more than one item, like certificate, examination board. You can write check number 345670 and admission form number FPB 126, etc., etc. If you are not going to enclose any item, you just write the abbreviation. And now come to the second type of format of letter, informal, right? Now we are talking here about informal letter. So what is the format of this? First we use the sender address, like examination hall, ABC Street, Karachi. Then after sender's address, we use to write date 1/4/2019. Then after date, I explained you in a formal letter, salutation, that is dear friend, brother, whatever you are going to use. Then salutation, after we use the body of the letter. And in the body of the letter, we use the main introduction, casual purpose, and conclusion. That's called the body of the letter. And after the body of the letter, we goes to complementary clause, like thank you and prayers, whatever you are going to write. It's up to you. Then after complementary clause, we use the sender's name. Senders means who is sending this letter, like Ali and XYZ. Any other name you want to write, name, so you just put it. So it is the informal letter. So now I'm going to define the definition of the informal letter. A letter written for an informal purpose is called an informal letter. It is written for a casual purpose. Let us discuss the types of informal letter. As I defined before, the types of formal letters, now we are talking about the same. Informal letters has also a types. So let's move on the types of informal letter. That how many types of the informal letter. Here we have just 5 informal types of letter. First is letter to parents. Second, letter to siblings. Third one, letter to friends. Fourth, letter to classmates. And fifth one is letter to neighbors. So these 5 kinds of the types of informal letter. You know what? Formation of letters of both formal and informal letters are the same. But you just follow the pattern and formation of the letter which I explain you. I'm again telling you about the format of the letter. First you have to write the sender's address, okay, and include complete address with postal code. Got it? Then after you will use the date, and date can be, you can use the date by showing the numerous format like date, month, year, and you can use the other format. For example, you can use 14th May 2019, or you can use the May 14, 2021, like this. So it's up to you which format you are going to use for the date. Then after you will write the receiver's designation and address, and that should be included designation, department and name of company where applicable. And you can write the postal code, and don't forget to put comma at the end of every line of the address. Okay, when you are come to the last line, then put the full stop. Okay, in last line we will put the full stop on it. And after receiver's designation, we will come to the subject of the letter. That's depend on the subject, what about the letter is. And after this, we come to the salutation. In salutation, you are going to title the address of the recipient. Like you can use dear sir, dear madam, sir, madam, etc. Whatever you want to use it, just write in the salutation. Then we will write about the body of the letter. And in the body of the letter, we will use and we will talk about the introduction, main content and conclusion. Then after completed the body of the letter, then we will come to the complementary clause. And complementary clause will be by thanking you, yours sincerely, faithfully, truly. And after complete the complementary clause, then we are near to close the letter. we will use the sender's name like Mohsin, for example, and designation of applicable, designation XYZ, what is and whatever you are going to use it. So it is the formation of letter, and this is the way of the letter writing. Hope you got it. So students, till then next video, bye, take care, Allah Hafiz.